Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I made a video, and today's video is all about Ridgedale, Missouri. Now I chose Ridgedale because I know a lot of you guys are looking for a lake home, but you leave this zip code out, maybe because you don't know about Ridgedale. So it is a small community and it is where Big Cedar Lodge is located. So we're going to talk all about it in this video. Ridgedale, Missouri is a tiny little community, but it is also known for the big and growing Big Cedar Lodge. Big Cedar Lodge takes up most of this area, but Ridgedale just used to be a tiny little community with basically a post office and a zip code and a few people that lived here way back in the day. So as time progressed, Johnny Morse, who owns Big Cedar Lodge and Cabela's now, he acquired the property back in 1987. And it's a really neat story, and I don't want to talk all about Big Cedar. Obviously, I want to talk about real estate with you guys, but Big Cedar is a huge part of Ridgedale. And if you want to read about Johnny Morse's story, I'm going to leave a 417 article that I found that is really a great article about him and what he has done for the area, but also how he acquired the property and the story behind it, which is really interesting. And if you haven't been here, I would strongly suggest taking a trip down Highway 86. And Highway 86 is going through a lot of changes lately. So let me tell you why that's happening. So as Big Cedar has grown, it's really busted at the seams. So now we have lots of construction going on Highway 86. And the reason why is because when Thunder Ridge came in, that's a huge outdoor arena, holds thousands and thousands of people. Garth Brooks was the first concert that performed there last year. So all these thousands of people are trying to go to this concert and they're stuck in traffic, or they're parking and have to walk for miles to the concert. So the parking and the planning back then, it just wasn't in place, and maybe it was just kind of a test run, I'm not sure. But now Johnny Morse has invested $22 million in the infrastructure of 86 to build a roundabout, and then also a tunnel under 86 at Jones Road that will connect to Big Cedar. Here's a little news clip so you can see the construction going on, and I drove through it the other day. And it kind of looks the same. It's supposed to be done this fall, but when it's done, it's going to be really nice. And, you know, this area does need better road systems. Also, I wanted to tell you about the 86 bridge. It's been under construction for some time, and they're expanding that. They've also been renovating it over the past 3 years, I believe. I remember listing a house across the bridge, and it had to close down because they were working on it. So that's come a long ways, and again, it's just going to make the area better. So what do you think about real estate? Do you think values are going to go up here? Comment below. I'd love to hear if you think Ridgedale homes are going to go up in value, stay the same. What do you think? Okay, so let's talk about different areas, different neighborhoods. I'm going to show you some of my favorite areas in Ridgedale. I love this area. So let's take a look around. So from Hollister, I'm going to drive to Ridgedale by taking Graham Clark Road. And this is a back way to Big Cedar Lodge. And I'm going to be speeding through the driving parts here because my video is going to be super long if I don't. And you guys just feel free to skip around to different areas in Ridgedale in this video if you like. And on the right hand side there is Paradise Point. So once you pass that, we'll be driving through Ridgedale right here. And as you can see, here's some homes that have water views, and if you take a left here, that'll take you straight to Big Cedar Lodge. But before we do that, let's take a look at one of my favorite streets, which is called Lemonwood Lane, also known as Lakeside Estates. This is a little circle of older lake homes that are on the waterfront, and then there's homes across the street that are not waterfront. They might have a little bit of a view. Fairly flat here and easy, gentle to the water. And some of these homes are older. A couple of them are newer and larger. Many of them are being remodeled, and as you can see, that's great lakefront behind those homes right there. So I think a lot of people really take care of their homes here in this little area, and those are the big ones that have recently been built. And now we're heading down to Big Cedar Lodge. So let me speed up this video. As we get closer to Big Cedar, you're going to see some homes on the left that are kind of tucked in these trees. And then if you look up the hillside there, that's all homes up in there. But I decided just to keep my video simple, and I'll just do a circle around the lakefront. But as you can see, we have little homes that are older that may need a little bit of work. There's really big, beautiful homes. A lot of these were built in the 90s. So like this one. And we're really, really close to Big Cedar Lodge. You can literally walk within minutes. I did notice this one home across the street, which is not waterfront, but here it is, a brand new house, which I know a lot of people are interested in doing, which is a great idea, inexpensive to build. And here we go, speeding up a little bit, and there's another really nice home there on the left. And to the right, we've got the Oakmont boat docks and community boat launch. So this is a really easy way to get on the water, and you can keep your boat and trailer at the house and pop it in the lake. All right, so now here we are at Big Cedar Lodge. Yeah, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time here because, you know, you guys can get on their website and look at everything. And I'm just kind of going around the edge of it, and then I'll show you some more homes as we get to the top of the hill. And now we're going to take it into turbo mode as I go up a state drive and make it up this big long hill until we reach the other side of Big Cedar. And here we are. I'm going to turn at Boston, and there's several streets in here where people actually live. And this is considered Ozarks Paradise Village, which I'll show you some more because it's a really big area. Big Cedar owns a lot of lots in the cove here that surround Big Cedar that they've bought over the years. But several people do own lots here and live here. And there's no real strict HOA. It's a pretty relaxed place. Lots of little cabins too. And these cabins are actually nightly rental. These are at the very entrance of Big Cedar. You've probably seen them before. And in Ozarks Paradise Village right now, there's 4 homes for sale from $280,000 to $799,000. So right now, we'll get back to that, but I'm going to show you 2 roads, Jones Road and Tate Road. So as you're driving down Jones Road, this is really a beautiful little drive. And there's not any homes here right away because there's a huge farm. I actually thought Big Cedar must own this because it's so tidy and pristine, but no, this farm has been in the same family for years and years, I found out. But Thunder Ridge is right over there across those hilltops, which I'll show you the map here in a minute. It's very, very close. So they do own some land on this road to probably access that in the future. But as for homes, there's not a lot of homes. So here we are on the map. You can see Thunder Ridge right there. Yeah, it's right there. And as we keep driving down, not a lot of stuff going on, but there are these nightly rental cabins that have been here for, I would say, a good 15 years. Because I remember being there and looking at those a long time ago. And as we're driving just a little bit further, we see some other country homes that are spaced out a bit. You can tell they're older, possibly 1980s, and they've been here for a while. Here's the very last house before we make that sharp turn down Jones Road, and it becomes more narrow, and we have a canopy of trees. And nothing much going on, so I'm going to speed through this part and until we get to some more homes. Here we go at the end. We're at the very end at Jones Road, and this actually goes down into Arkansas at the very end of the point. But very typical. Tate Road is going to be much of the same, where you have nicer, bigger lakefront homes at the very end. So now I'm back at 86. I'm going to take a left and then another left, and this is Tate Road. So Tate Road has looked the same for a really long time. Not many changes going on here at the entry of it, and I think these owners have been here a while. So there's just a few kind of country homes on the left with some acreage, not any restrictions. Really nice. People are taking care of their properties here. So we're going to kind of speed it up now because there's not a lot of homes to see, but again, it's a beautiful drive down Tate Road. Now midway down this point, we're going to see some homes again, and I'm guessing these are probably built in the late 80s, possibly early 90s. And then you've got some views from these homes right here. You can see the lake just a little bit through the trees and a beautiful open field there. Now as we are driving down a little further, we come across some single wide trailers. There's about 3 or 4 of those, and then another little simple single family home. And now we're getting into the newer stuff, which we're almost to the end of the point. And I remember these being built around the early 2000s, and it looks like they're still building back there. And then as you can see that the streets are all paved. Everyone has a nice concrete driveway. So this is a nice little part of the lake once you get down here. And all of these are on the waterfront. Then I took a side street off of Tate and came across these big, beautiful homes that all look fairly new, but they're built along this bluff side, and the driveways to these places are just enormous. So I bet there's a lot of expense in the concrete on these places. But anyway, we're going past a new construction home now on the right. And then just a little bit further is the public launch area. Don't worry, I'm going to stop at the water. So then there's a nice little boat slip there on the side, and this big beautiful bluff in front of you. So it's a gorgeous area. So I didn't see any homes for sale down Tate Road or anywhere on this point, unfortunately, but keep watching the market, and you can always go to my website at carrie.bransonhouse, and I'll leave a link below to this area so you can watch the market. Let's talk about Oakmont. So this is for Ozarks Paradise Village, and most of Ridgedale is in Ozarks Paradise Village. They have a campground, a indoor swimming pool. So this is some great amenities for you if you want to take advantage of it. They've got a nice meeting area, an exercise room, and even foosball and a pool table. And now I want to show you another favorite area of Ridgedale is Amanda Road. And I just love these little cottages that are lake view. And I've sold one before in the past and showed them many times in the past. But of course, right now in the past few years, I haven't seen one for sale. And they're mainly second homes, but kind of timeless, aren't they? There's several really nice properties here on Amanda Road. I would say these homes were built probably in the late 90s, early 2000s. And then some of these were built in the 1960s. I remember showing that house when it was on the market at one time. And then also here's another vintage home, which has a fabulous lake view, as you can tell. Now this one is a brand new home. This lot was vacant and somebody bought it and built this really ultra cool modern home. So there's several streets in Ozarks Paradise Village, and it's not a cookie cutter community. You've got some really unique homes. They're all a little different. You've got paved streets and some gravel streets, great access to the water. And then some of the lots in here are fairly inexpensive, anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 to $30,000. This is a new home I had recently shown that I thought was really adorable and had a great lake view. So there's really a lot of options for you in this area. And now we're going to cross the Long Creek Bridge, which is going to bring us to one of my all-time favorite neighborhoods on the lake, Clearwater Acres. The reason I love Clearwater Acres is that everyone really takes care of their house and their lawn. Everything just looks really good, yet it has a really great community feel, a laid-back kind of feel to it, very relaxed. So I just really love this area, and one of the reasons is for the great lake views, and you're so close to the lake. and some of these homes are right on the water, as you'll see. But good news, if you're looking for a home in the $300,000 range, there's 3 of them for sale at the moment. And 2 of them I know are $330,000, and there's another one for $380,000. So, hey, that's your price range, right? For a lake home? That's what I hear all the time. So you might want to check the link out below, and just remember to check my links often because they're always updated with the current listing information for each neighborhood. Now there is an HOA fee here, but it's only $120 a year, which covers your common area maintenance. A lot of these homes were built in the 80s, but also some in the 70s and even the late 60s when it got started. So it's one of the first communities on Tablerock Lake, and I think that's what makes it such a great area, because when you find those homes that were first built, they have the best lake views and the best lakefront. It's really hard to find a lot that has all of that ready to go. But also, the homes all have their kind of unique feel. You can see here that none of them are just alike, so I really like that too. Now we're going to visit Long Creek Marina, which is on the other side of the bridge, but right next to the bridge. There are some single-family homes here and one for $229,000. But mainly I wanted to show you the marina itself. It is now part of Big Cedar Lodge. It used to be Gage's Marina for a really long time, but Johnny Morris acquired it over the past several years and then turned it into a glamping site with all of these little cabins. So this is a full-service commercial marina. It has boat slip rentals, it has boat rentals, any kind of boat, fishing boat, pontoon, ski boat. They have wakeboarding lessons here. They have fishing guides. You can go out and have a whole tour of Tablerock Lake if you've never been here before. So this is a really first-class marina, and it has everything that you would ever need, especially if you're just visiting here. And the swimming spot, that is still very nice and looks great, looks better than it ever did before. So I really enjoy what they did with the marina and the grounds. Also, I'm going to leave some news articles, a YouTube video I found about the Thunder Ridge Garth Brooks concert. I'm going to leave a lot of info below for you so you can see the research that I did for this video. And anyway, I hope to see you again. I've been getting over a little bit of a cold, doing some traveling. I've been too busy. So I'm so glad to be getting back to my videos here. And as always, reach out to me, give me a call if you have any questions about the Ridgedale area or any area in the Ozarks. Would be glad to talk to you about it. All right, guys, so take care, and I'll see you in the next video.